Hi, I'm Alicia Toot from Music Blog Yeah, and I'm here with the Kopecky Family Band. How are you doing today, guys?
So good so far.
Just hanging out, having a good day.
I'm glad to hear it. So tonight you're playing with Said the Whale and the Mowglis, and it's the final night of the tour, so how is that going so far?
It's been really good. It's Said the Whale has been a good friend of ours for a while. We met them back in July when we played a festival in Guelph called Hillside Music Festival. And we brought them out. They supported us in the States, and then they returned the favor and had us come out and support them here. So it's always fun to tour with friends, and we really love them.
It's been cool too because we just got off tour with Mowgli's as well, so this is kind of like meeting in the middle. All of our friends are hanging out together in one place, so it should be a good night. I'm really looking forward to it.
And next up, you're starting tomorrow, actually, you have a tour with Lissie. Yeah, and she's here tonight, which is pretty coincidental. Yeah, she is.
Where's she at tonight?
Adeline Hall.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm actually going off to interview her at like 5-ish tonight. So just wondering, do you have any questions you'd like us to ask her ahead of time?
Well, I guess you could ask if she's excited to hang out with us.
There you go. Yeah, we're excited. We love meeting new bands, and it's amazing how with every tour we really do, become best friends with different bands, and then it's like a reunion every time you see each other. It's really nice.
Ask her what her favorite beer or candy is. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, we'll find out. And if she doesn't like beer, if it's wine or something, then let us know.
I definitely will ask. So one thing that we were curious about is what's the funniest thing to happen to you while on tour?
Ooh. Well, we've definitely, we were talking about how in Toronto, some of our good friends incidentally became our good friends we had some car trouble back in July. So Gabe found these mechanics off of Bloor Street down in, what area is that?
Oh, it's like Bloor and Dundas. What area is that?
Bloor and Dundas.
West Toronto. Yeah. So we just met these. We found them online. We got down there, and they were the coolest dudes. They know everything about music. They're like huge City and Color fans. Like really, like listen to The Edge and Sirius and all the cool stations. And like, when they came up, they like asked us to play their guitars in their shop. So we actually ended up seeing them again this week on Tuesday. And we went over there. We played guitars with them at the shop. They have a Heineken dispenser in their shop, so it was just fun. Like, I mean, that's just cool for Toronto. Like, that's a fun story for us to think about. But
yeah, and they really take care of our vehicle. I mean, we drive in our little minibus so much, so it's nice to have someone that you trust to help you out with your car, and so we're in good hands when we're in Toronto.
So it's hard to nail down one funny story, but man, those guys are a hoot. They're a blast. They're coming out to the show tonight, so like they're like our buds, and I just think that's funny.
All right, so the next thing we want to bring up is, of course, the music. So your debut record, Kids Raising Kids, was re-released back in April. So what are your thoughts on the record now that there's been a little bit of time to reflect on it?
Yeah, I mean, it's been an adventure releasing something that we care so much about. Every time you really, share your art with the world, it's a really sweet and vulnerable thing to just, offer it for people to enjoy in whatever way they want. And I think the best feedback that we've gotten that really hits home with me and with us is like when someone says, man, that really got me through this hard time, or I just love putting on Heartbeat and bebopping in my car. And so to have people bring our music that we have worked so hard on and have it be kind of the soundtrack to their life is just, it's an honor. It's really cool.
It's really cool driving around the country and like seeing people singing the words, like because they heard it on the radio or because their friends shared it with them, and now they know the record. They probably know better. Some people know it better than we do, and it's like crazy to think about that, like that they care about it that much. And like for our hometown to be super responsive and receptive of us, like I think when we finally first sold out our first Nashville show, I think that was like the time when we knew that Kids Raising Kids was, okay, cool, we're moving forward. It feels good. It was a big success. I don't know, it's been a lot of fun. It's the whole process has been, she said adventurous, but it's just been, I don't know, it's surreal. It's been cool. Yeah, we've been enjoying it. It's keeping our smiles on our faces.
And you actually released an EP not too long ago, so we were just wondering, as far as the second record, have you started working on it?
We have. We love talking about it. we start. We've last time we were home, we wrote 5 new songs for the record, and we had 3 new songs prior to that. We want to write 25 to 30 songs, and so we're going in January for just a complete writing retreat for the whole month, and we're going to be working on a bunch of new material and try tracking at the end of the month, and we're going to really work on a new record sometime in the middle of next year. So we might come out with an EP sometime in the spring or something like that. We're not sure yet. I know Record Store Day is going to be coming up in April, so we'd love to be part of that again.
Yeah, that's exciting. Yeah, definitely.
Interesting.
Yeah. Well, one thing you mentioned is Nashville. We know that you guys hail from there, and we were just wondering, do you believe that that has an influence on your sound or music?
Definitely. I mean, I think it is interesting. We've been on tour full-time the last 2.5 years, so our time in Nashville has been a little bit limited. But, I mean, yeah, moving to Nashville was a big step for all of us coming from different cities and states. But when we did come, I was surprised by how it's really changed from this heavily country, just like infused city to now with like the Black Keys moving to town, Jack White, a bunch of rock and roll, like Jeff the Brotherhood, punk stuff. It's come a long way, and I think so. Our scene of indie music has just exploded with such creativity and such a sound that definitely has that like rootsy, song heavy, just like artistic influence. But it's definitely a place where we can explore rock and roll. So.
Nashville has this kind of magical vibe about it that I think inspires a lot of people. Like for us, or at least for me, it's my sanctuary. It's like this place I go home to that it doesn't involve work. It doesn't involve, touring. It doesn't involve, like showing up to a venue and loading in. All it involves is creating the music, being home, and being like whole for just a little bit of time. And I think for me, I think a lot of people feel that way in Nashville, and I think that's why it has been so inspiring. And it's just, it's a great city. It's big, but it's small at the same time. It's just fun.
I was there about 2 years ago, I believe, with my family. We went there because we love barbecue, so we went to pretty much try it all out.
Nice.
I swear I came home 10 pounds heavier, but it was worth it. So we were just wondering, what's your favorite spot to eat there?
Ooh. We were just talking about this. Gabe and I love trying new restaurants with our partners, and my favorite place is this little, I guess, what would you even call Family Wash? It's like a
small southern delicatessen.
Yeah, they do like bangers and mash and
it's like family, like comfort food / southern. But it's more comfort food because you like bangers and mash is like English, so.
Yeah, they have like kind of that like English influence, but I love it. It's really quaint, lots of lighting, and they always have just like the best music there. Really, people that you've never heard of, but the most talented people you've seen. You're just always blown away. So we like heading over there and kind of checking out the beer. It's good.
There's so much good food. It's really hard to like nail down a place. I'm kind of on a hot chicken kick right now. Have you ever had a hot chicken before? It's not like buffalo chicken. Buffalo chicken's like soaked in a sauce. Hot chicken's a rub. So if you imagine like rubbing it with habanero and ghost pepper and like ghost pepper flakes, and it's like a dry baked, and you just eat it. It's amazing.
So hot.
So hot, like scorching hot. So we had like the hot chicken festival in Nashville that I went to this year, and it was like pouring down rain, and I'm walking around with like hot chicken. It's so wet. It was so fun. Yeah.
Well, thanks for the recommendations. So one thing we're curious about is if there was a movie based on the band, what would you want to call it?
Well, I know who would play me if that was the question.
Oh, who would
to follow
play
it.
you?
I always joke around with this with my wife. I say Mark Ruffalo would play me. For some reason, I would love for Mark Ruffalo to be the actor who played. He was in like Stay Together for something for the kids. The kids are all right, and he plays the Hulk and the Avengers. And what else is he in? He's in that movie Zydeco Killer. What is that movie? Zodiac.
Okay.
And he's in a lot of movies. He's great. I mean, he's just a great actor. I think he's good.
Nice.
He's got this thing. I just like it. But it would be called...
The dysfunctional function of...
The functions of dysfunction?
Yeah.
I like that. That's a kind of cool name. All right. And then you'd be like this in the cover.
Yeah, we just made up this new like gang sign. So we started this thing a months ago. I think during the festival, the summer festival, like sequence, I guess, we had this single called Heartbeat, and we would ask people to make hearts with their hands so we could take a picture. Well, everyone we went on tour with kind of started adapting this, and as a joke, we were like, well, we're going to make up our sign that no one can steal.
I mean, we stole from Taylor Swift, so we can't really be that.
I never knew she did it, so...
It was a genuine, completely, hopefully original idea, but this is even more original. It's a K.
It's a K with your hands. So we just started on our Instagram having people do this gang sign. It's not a gang,
It just sounds more badass. Gives us some more street cred, if you know what I mean. So like when we get to Toronto, people are like, "Ooh, Kopecky Family Band, watch out! I don't know what they're gonna do. I don't know what they do. Man, can they cross the border? I don't even know."
I don't even know. Whoa.
Well, now we're at the very last question of the interview, which is, what's something about the band that nobody knows yet, or most people don't know yet?
Ooh.
Yes.
Gosh, let's see. Does anything come to mind for you?
No one knows.
No one knows. Well, we are making our own a Christmas playlist right now with all of our favorite Christmas songs. A lot of people don't know my favorite song is I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, and Gabe's is Christmas Shoes.
Yeah, most people probably don't know that, but Christmas Shoes will make you weep. It is a beautiful song. It's like, I want to buy these shoes for my mama, please.
It's Christmas time and these shoes are just her size. Could you hurry, sir? Mama says Daddy says there's not much time.
What is it?
She's been there for quite a while. I know these shoes will make her smile. If Mama sees Jesus tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I can't believe I knew that.
You know way better than me. I thought it was my favorite Christmas song. I'm obviously really bad at it. But I'm really terrible at knowing lyrics. I struggle with our own lyrics, just a heads up. That's something that no one knows. But yeah, Christmas Shoes. Boom.
All right, well, that was the last question of the interview. Once again, I'm Lissie from Music Blog Yeah, and this was our interview with the Kopecky Family Band. Thank you so much for speaking with us today, guys. All right, bye.